Modern Horizons 3 is out, and the set is having a huge impact on card prices. Today we're going to look at the top 20 hottest cards on the secondary market, along with 2 honorable mentions. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed products as well as Bloomborough on their website, or find a vast number of other great products. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look at the description or comments section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. The Modern Horizons 3 set is out. Cards are moving up in a big way this week, so like I said in the cold open, we're going to look at 22 cards altogether. You won't see Modern Horizons 3 cards in particular today though, since they did just come out on Friday. But we're going to do a special video dedicated to them tomorrow, so make sure you check that out. As always, our hot list is based on 2 things: the percentage increase in the value of the cards, but we also want to see a true increase in the number of sales from week to week as well. Quickly before we get into our countdown, just a couple of things. I do want to say thank you to a couple of viewers who gave super thanks tips last week: Matt Rodriguez, who gave a tip during the premiere, and Todd Branch. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Todd. I do appreciate the support for the channel. It means a ton, so thank you so much. And I also want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, that is Mark Vonbank. Mark, thank you for being a gold patron. Mark joined not too long ago, and I really appreciate that support, Mark. Thank you. Mark also leaves a lot of great comments in the comment section. I always like reading what you have to say, Mark. Thank you very much. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's start things off with our 2 honorable mentions. They are both cards from Legends, and I don't always talk about cards from that set in these videos since they are scarce, and that scarcity can lead to odd turbulence when it comes to their value. The 2 cards I selected though are both uncommon, so they are easier to find. Both have never been reprinted, and they are moving up directly due to a new card from Modern Horizons 3. The first one is on the screen. It is Sylvan Paradise, up $52.95 to $100. That is a 113% increase. I actually included this card in the hot list last week since it was a slower week. It did come in at number 1. Right now it is being picked up by players and speculators alike since it is good in commander decks around a Modern Horizons 3 card. That is Nadu Winged Wisdom. Sylvan Paradise can target every creature you control, which is perfect in a Nadu deck. And our second honorable mention can do the exact same thing. It's another card that fits into these Nadu decks. It is Sea King's Blessing, up $77.33 to $112.99. That is a 216% increase. Coming in at number 20 is Ramses Assassin Lord. This is up $313 to $5 for a 167% increase. This is one of the Dominaria United Commander cards from the set booster packs. Recently, some wanted to get this to put in Commander builds around a trotted Deadly Fugitive from Murders at Carlisle Manor, but the reason it's out right now is due to the fact that MTG Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed is quickly approaching, and some are specking on this. The set will have assassins. Here are some examples of cards that have already been previewed. Not all of these share color identity for commander purposes with Ramses, but nonetheless, this shows that there's going to be a lot of assassins in this product. One thing to be aware of though, we just found out that Ramses is getting reprinted with an Assassin's Creed theme in the Assassin's Creed Lethal Legends Secret Lair. So be careful if you're looking to make this purchase. Pay close attention how the price reacts to this news. Coming in at number 19 is Eldrazi Mimic. It goes up $356 this week to $755. That's an 89% increase. Hope you like Eldrazi because you're going to see a few in our top 20 this week. So why is this one hot? First off, this is a good upgrade to the Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi Incursion deck, and some players also want this in fresh builds around the front-facing commander. From there, we'll elect Fused Atrocity. I've also seen some putting Eldrazi Mimic in commander builds around a card from the main set, Emrakul, The World Anew. But there is another big reason Eldrazi Mimic is moving up. It's a 4 of in a new modern Eldrazi deck that's utilizing a lot of new cards from Modern Horizons 3. We'll have to see how the deck does once the meta has a chance to respond, but right now there is a lot of interest around the build and it's looking good early on. Our number 18 card this week is From Beyond, up $381 to $5 for a 320% increase. This Eldrazi support card is on fire right now since it has become one of the most popular upgrade options for the new Eldrazi Incursion Commander deck. It's in fresh builds around a couple of cards from there as well. We'll elect Fused Atrocity and Azlask, the Swelling Scourge. Number 17, third verse, same as the first, Reality Smasher from Oath of the Gatewatch goes up $3.98 to $8.99. That is a 79% increase. This is now typically a 4 of in the new modern Eldrazi deck I mentioned earlier. That alone would be enough to spike the card, but it's also getting more commander play too. Another good upgrade to Eldrazi Incursion, and it's in fresh builds around Ululek Fused Atrocity and Azlask the Swelling Scourge from there. I'm also seeing Reality Smasher in commander decks around a couple of cards from Modern Horizons 3's main set, Emrakul, The World Anew, and Hiragast Erupting Nullkite. B Elite, BB Elite, number 16 is Scarblade Elite. It goes up $4.95 to $9.95. That's a 99% increase. Here we have a Morningtide rare that is yet to be reprinted, so I think it's time for my one per video. If you watch these videos enough, you know that during this time there was a recession in the game, so less packs were cracked. Which means when people start to pay attention to some of these cards, especially the rares that have not been reprinted, they tend to spike. So why are people paying attention to this right now? Well, it doesn't see much play to speak of currently, but it is an assassin that interacts with assassins in your graveyard, so this is another card that is being spec'd on heavily because of the upcoming Assassin's Creed release. Again, not all these assassins that we've seen previewed match Scarblade Elite's color identity for Commander, but out of a small group of preview cards, Wizards has revealed there are quite a few assassins. Our number 15 card is Sway of Illusion. It goes up $5.13 to $5.89. That is a 675% increase. This is an older uncommon that is yet to be reprinted, and it has the magic words on it, any number of target creatures. So it's spiking aggressively as Commander players scramble to grab this for their new Nadu Winged Wisdom builds. I wonder, is there an Eldrazi assassin that targets any number of creatures? If so, you should probably buy that card. Coming in at number 14 is Spawn Sire of Ulamog. It goes up $5.39 to $18.59. That's a 41% increase. This is another Eldrazi that some want to grab to upgrade Eldrazi Incursion, while others wanted in fresh builds around a couple cards from there, Azlask the Swelling Scourge and Ululek Fused Atrocity. Other players, though, want Spawn Sire to upgrade a different Modern Horizons 3 commander deck, and that's Tricky Terrain. It's also showing up in new commander builds around the front-facing commander from there, Omo, Queen of Vesuva. Lucky number 13 is Apheto Alchemist. It goes up $7.60 to $15.94. That's a 91% increase. For the last 2 weeks in a row, this has been number 8 on the hot list. This time it falls to number 13. It's another older uncommon that is yet to be reprinted, and recently there has been a surge of interest in the card. There were some players getting it because they wanted to put it in builds around a card from the Fallout Science commander deck with an exclamation point. That card was Red Death Shipwrecker, but I won't bury the lead here any longer. Players and speculators are interested in this now because it plays well in those Nadu Winged Wisdom commander decks. Coming in at number 12 is Boom Bust, the Planar Chaos copy of $7.91 to $9.90 for a 397% increase. The Time Spiral Remastered copy up $8.87 to $9.99 for a 792% increase. Wow, so traditionally this has seen a little bit of commander play in a few different builds. Hazezan Shaper of Sand, for example. It would also show up as a 3 or 4 of in Modern Land Destruction, but now it is getting more modern play in a build that is comprised of a number of new cards for Modern Horizons 3. Boom Bust is a 4 of in the new Boros Energy deck. We'll have to see how the deck does long term in the format, but right now it's performing very well and gaining popularity. Later we're going to look at one of Boom Bust's favorite targets. Number 11, Ashes of the Fallen, up $9.26 to $13.25. That's a 232% increase. This was only seeing a tad bit of commander play until recently. Some want to add it to the Modern Horizons 3 Graveyard Overdrive commander deck, while other players want to put it in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Disa the Restless. Ashes of the Fallen, naming Lurgoyf, will allow you to mill or discard creatures to get them placed onto the battlefield when Disa is in play. Seems good. Just a quick reminder before we get to our top 10, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com. Now you can pre-order Magic the Gathering Universe's Beyond Assassin's Creed products. You can also pre-order Bloom Burrow there, but they have a whole lot of other things on their website too. Modern Horizons 3, other Magic products, products aside from Magic. Remember, for orders over $100 or consist only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the comments section or the description below. I have it posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's hit that top 10. Here we are where we normally begin, with Spawning Kraken coming in at number 10 of 1070 to 1926. That's a 125% increase. This is from the Commander 2021 Quantum Quandrix Commander deck. Up until now, this has been getting a little Commander play. Sometimes it's in Kineso's Priest of Thassa decks, for example. But currently, players wanted to upgrade Modern Horizons 3's Tricky Terrain deck, while others wanted in fresh builds run Omo Queen of Vesuva. Giving creatures everything counters with Omo can lead to quite a bit of 9/9 blue Kraken token shenanigans. Our number 9 card this week is Field of the Dead from Core Set 2020. It goes up 1081 to 3602 for a 43% increase. This is found in Legacy Bant Stoneblade, but Commander is the key driver here this time. Recently, some wanted it to upgrade the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Desert Bloom Commander deck, while others wanted to put it in new builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Yuma Proud Protector. But remember, Modern Horizons 3 has a lot of cards that interact with lands, and that set is really pushing this card now. Field of the Dead is a good upgrade to both Tricky Terrain and Eldrazi Incursion, plus I am seeing it in fresh Commander builds around the front-facing Commander from both of those decks, Omo Queen of Vesuva and Ulalek Fused Atrocity respectively. But a couple cards from the main set are actually pushing Field of the Dead even more. I'm seeing it in Commander builds around both the Necro Bloom and Nadu Winged Wisdom. Put it all together and Field of the Dead is having a big week. Number 8 is Spreading Plague. It goes up 1088 to 1850 for a 143% increase. Here is another older card that is yet to be reprinted, and this one is a rare. You might remember it was our number 13 hottest card last week, remains hot this week. It wasn't seeing much play until not too long ago when players wanted to get this to upgrade Eldrazi Incursion. Others wanted to put it in new Commander builds around your favorite 2 cards from there though, Azalask the Swelling Scourge and Ulalek Fused Atrocity. Spreading Plague quickly becomes one-sided when you have colorless creatures and creatures with Devoid. Number 7 is Conduit of Ruin, up 1125 to 1998. That is a 129% increase. This was our number 14 card on the hot list 2 weeks ago. Last week it was number 6. Here it is, remaining in the countdown. And yeah, it's another Eldrazi, so not surprisingly, many want to get this to upgrade Eldrazi Incursion, but some want to use it as an upgrade to Tricky Terrain as well. I've also seen it in fresh builds around a few cards from those decks, Ulalek Fused Atrocity, and Azalask the Swelling Scourge from Eldrazi Incursion, as well as Omo Queen of Vesuva from Tricky Terrain. Conduit of Ruin, though, is also in Commander builds around a card from Modern Horizons 3's main set, that is Hiragast Erupting Nullkite. Coming in at number 6 is Pyretic Ritual from Magic 2011. It goes up $11.44 to $15 for a 321% increase. This has always seen a fair amount of Commander play in a bunch of builds like Ashling Flame Dancer, for example, but Modern is the key driver this time. You would typically see this in Modern Storm, but now with the injection of Modern Horizons 3, this is showing up in a number of new builds. Belcher and Gruul Breach are a couple, but by far the most popular one is Ruby Storm, which runs 4 copies of this in the main. Modern Ruby Storm is a take on the Legacy version, and it runs the newly legal to Modern Ruby Medallion, along with Raal Monsoon Mage. Like all these new decks, we'll have to see if they can endure past the honeymoon stage, but so far Ruby Storm is off to a strong start, and it is making Pyretic Ritual jump. Our number 5 card this week is Flagstones of Trocaire, the Time Spiral Remastered copy, up $7 to $10.70. That is a 189% increase. The Time Spiral copy, up $10.15 to $14.65. That is a 226% increase. And the Ultimate Masters copy, up $12.55 to $16.69 for a 303% increase. There was some interest around this recently, as some players wanted it to upgrade the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Desert Bloom Commander deck. Others wanted to put it in new builds around Yuma Proud Protector, but now I'm seeing Modern Horizons 3 cards impacting these prices. It is in some Commander decks around the Necro Bloom. In Legacy, though, you would traditionally see Flagstones of Trocaire in Selesnya Depths, Mono White Stoneblade, and sometimes Maverick as well as Death and Taxes. However, Modern is the key driver this time. There is a new card for Modern Horizons 3 that plays very well with Flagstones of Trocaire in that format. It is on the screen now, White Orchid Phantom. We are seeing Flagstones and builds with this card like Mono White Midrange, Naya Scapeshift, and Mono White Stoneblade. But the most popular one, again, is the new Boros Energy build I mentioned earlier. And yes, Flagstones of Trocaire was the good target for Boom Bust I alluded to before. That takes us to number 4, Soul Spike, up $18.49 to $23 for a 410% increase. While this saw a little additional commander play around an Outlaws of Thunder Junction card recently, that was Gisa the Hellraiser. But since when do we talk about commander in these Market Watch videos? Soul Spike is hot because of Modern. Turns out that this card plays very well with Necro Dominance from Modern Horizons 3, and a number of decks are running 4 copies of each. These decks include Mono Black Scam, Mono Black Midrange, Rakdos Burn, and Mono Black Burn. Again, we'll have to see how the Modern meta shapes up in the coming weeks and months, but right now Soul Spike is hot. Number 3 is Darksteel Monolith. This is up $20.78 to $35.50 for a 141% increase. We saw this at number 6 on the hot list 2 weeks ago, and it was number 3 last week. Great Eldrazi support card here. Players and speculators are focused on it since it is a good upgrade to Modern Horizons 3's Eldrazi Incursion Commander deck. Others want it for fresh builds around 2 very familiar cards from there. You know them, you love them. Ululek Fused Atrocity and Azlask the Swelling Scourge. But Darksteel Monolith is also showing up in commander decks around a card from the main set as well, Ulamog the Defiler. Our number 2 card this week is Shuko, up $24.42 to $39.99. That is a 157% increase. I'll cut right to the chase. This is jumping because of Nadu Winged Wisdom from Modern Horizons 3, pure and simple. The 0 equip cost on Shuko is perfect for decks with Nadu. And yeah, that includes commander decks, but this is also happening in Modern and Legacy. In Modern, these decks include the very popular Bant Nadu, as well as Simic Nadu, 4-color midrange, Hammer Time, and Blink. In Legacy, you're seeing the combo Encephalid Breakfast and Bant Stoneblade. Again, add it all up, and Shuko is jumping quite aggressively. So that's going to take us to our number 1 card. Do you want to place bets now? Is it an Eldrazi? Is it a Nadu card? Or is it an Assassin? Let's find out. Our number 1 card is Flayer of Loyalties, going up a whopping $60.82 to $69.99 for a 663% increase. It's another Eldrazi, so you know what's going on here. This is getting additional commander plays and upgrade to both the new Eldrazi Incursion as well as the Tricky Terrain commander decks. It's also in fresh builds around the front-facing commanders from both of those decks, Ululek Fused Atrocity from Eldrazi Incursion, and Omo Queen of Asuva from Tricky Terrain. Plus, I've seen Flayer of Loyalties in commander decks around a couple cards from the Modern Horizons 3 main set, Hiragast Erupting Nullkite, and Emrakul, The World Anew. This new demand has resulted in Flayer's huge spike. And just like that, that's going to do it for our top 20 hot cards of the week and this edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Now, tomorrow, we're not going to do the top 10 cold cards like we typically do. We're going to do something different. So we're going to look at the top 10 hot Modern Horizons 3 cards. These are the cards you want to open if you're cracking packs this week. Until next time, though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.